Hello and welcome to Study IQ. This video will be in English language for my English language viewers from South India and Northeast India. In this video, I will bring to you the best multiple choice questions from the third week of November 2016. There are 120 very high quality questions from the third week, which will help you in your forthcoming exams. And you can follow me on Facebook. The link is given in the description below. Pen drives, pen drives we have launched, Kendriya Vidyalaya and DSSB. The course is the same. This will also be useful for CTET and for CLAT 2017. It has legal reasoning, legal aptitude, legal GK apart from all the exams, all the other subjects. For CGL 2017 and Railways 2017, we are upgrading our pen drive, and the upgraded pen drive will be available in 15 days. We are adding a lot of new chapters and practice questions. Hotel management, it will take another 10 days. That's the number you have to call, 9580048004. So without further ado, let's begin. And as always, the questions are very high quality. And third week of November is important because there are more than, I think, 15 important days to remember, like International Tolerance Day, International Day for Remembrance of Road Victims, etc. So you have to pay close attention. And as always, I'll tell some extra points. I have a little sore throat, so please put up with me. First question is, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party inaugurated the Ghaus Mohammad Stadium in Lucknow. Ghaus Mohammad ji was a famous Indian player in which sport? Ghaus Mohammad ji was a very famous lawn tennis player. He was a very internationally renowned tennis player of his time. And in his honor, the stadium was named after him, Ghaus Mohammad Stadium in Lucknow. Uttar Pradesh CM Akhilesh Yadav, and as you know, the elections are due in Uttar Pradesh very soon. Akhilesh Yadav is from Samajwadi Party, SP. Which chess player won the 2016 Champions Showdown in St. Louis? So it was not an easy tournament to win because a lot of world class players like Fabio Caruana, some of the strongest players were taking part in this tournament. But in the end, it was won by Vishy, Indian Tiger, Vishwanathan Anand. He is also called Vishy in short. He is also called the Lightning Kid. Also, I'll tell you something important about chess. I've been a chess player myself, and there is a world championship going on right now. So, in world championship, the challenger is Sergei Karyakin of Russia. Sergei Karyakin is challenging the world champion Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen is from Norway, and Sergei Karyakin is from Russia. He's a Russian. So that is going on, and already the score is 5-5. Right now, the score is 5-5, and one victory apiece, and the remaining games drawn. So just two games are remaining. It will be interesting to see what is the result. Otherwise, there'll be tiebreaker. Magnus Carlsen versus Sergei Karyakin. Very, very important. This question will surely come. And Kramnik is a very important player also. Kramnik, he is the only player to have beaten Garry Kasparov at his prime in a world championship match. So Kramnik is also a Russian. United States, USA have committed how much amount in Overseas Private Investment Corporation OPIC financing for renewable energy projects in India. So you know that India is making huge investments in the renewable energy sector, and it is also attracting investments in from the foreign companies. And the USA has committed a total of $95 million overall for OPIC, but for India, it has committed $75 million. So United States will invest $75 million in renewable energy projects in India. Japanese motors giant. So Japanese car company Suzuki, which for a long time has had a contract with Maruti of India, it is setting up an industrial training institute, also called ITI in short. In which state? So Suzuki is setting up ITI in which state? It is setting up in Mehsana. And if you know Mehsana, you will know immediately that Mehsana is in Gujarat. Which Indian city has been called as the breast cancer capital of India owing to the huge number of cases every year? See, in India, in the entire country, 9 lakh women are diagnosed of breast cancer. 9 lakh women in the entire country, and the maximum cases are reported from Tiruvananthapuram. So answer is Tiruvananthapuram. It is also called the breast cancer capital of India, not because of it has good facility for breast cancer treatment, but because of maximum ratio of cases. For every 1 lakh people in Tiruvananthapuram of female, 40 cases are reported. Breast cancer cases are reported, and Tiruvananthapuram, Kerala, and breast cancer is the largest cause of cancer-related deaths in India among women. So that also you have to remember. Which bank has announced a partnership with a Singapore based financial technology company to launch intelligent banking chatbots? So these chatbots, they are basically automated robotics, and this is basically to lessen the convenience time, or lessen the waiting time, increase the convenience time for customers. It will bringing mobile banking services to its customers in the form of a conversational interface. So it's basically a software robotics, and chat bots are there. Bots mean they are automated softwares. So they are called bots, also used in Twitter and other platforms to have trends. And this is being used by Axis Bank. Axis Bank wants to use chatbots, and Axis Bank has for this it has partnered with Singapore-based financial technology company. Which Swiss company will set up a manufacturing and assembly center for auxiliary power units for 1,000 diesel locomotives in India by 2017? So, which Swiss company? Swiss means company from Switzerland, written as SUI in short. Switzerland's capital is Bern. Beautiful country in the mountainous Alps. So, which Swiss company will, which is making locomotives, diesel locomotives for Indian Railways, 1,000 diesel locomotives in India by 2017? This company is called Molinari Rail. Molinari Rail. Which Indian golfer has won the World Manila Masters title held in Philippines? Manila is the capital of Philippines, and Philippines have a very animated head of state in Mr. Rodrigo Duterte. So, which Indian golfer won the World Manila Masters title held in Philippines? It was won by SSP Chaurasia, and SSP Chaurasia is a famous Indian golfer. In fact, all these four are golfer. G. Milkha Singh is son of famous sprinter Milkha Singh. Anirban Lahiri is presently the best Indian golfer we have. Sharmila Nicole is Indo-French female golfer. SSP Chaurasia, it is his first Asian Tour title outside India. Very big achievement for him and for India. Who has been appointed as the new chairman of Tata Global Beverages? So, Tata Global Beverages, Tata removed Mr. Cyrus Mistry as the chairman. Cyrus Mistry, his father Palonji Mistry, and his brother Shapur Mistry, they have 18% share in Tata, which is the highest, by the way. And he was removed because of some legacy issues or whatever. Now, Mr. Harish Bhatt has taken over as the chairman of Tata Global Beverages and of Tata as a whole. Tata Group chairman is Mr. Ratan Tata again, but he is an interim chairman. He is only for 4 months, and a five-member committee has been search committee has been constituted that is responsible for suggesting names for being the next chairman. Some suggest Arundhati Bhattacharya, some suggest Nikesh Arora. So a lot of people have been suggested as the next chairman. Of course, it will be a non-Tata chairman. So the answer is Harish Bhatt. And TCS also has a new chairman, again interim chairman, Ishat, Mr. Ishat Hussain, I think is his name. That's right. The Asian Development Bank bagged $500 million, India's longest river bridge. So Asian Development Bank, it's a Japan-dominated bank with its headquarters in the capital of Philippines in Manila, and ADB has sanctioned $500 million, which India will get, and this money will be used to make India's longest river bridge, which is 9.8 kilometer on Ganges River, Ganga River in Patna, and it will connect Patna to other places in Bihar, but also in Nepal. So the answer is Nepal. So that's what they are asking, that ADB backed project will connect India with which neighboring country? The answer is Nepal. Nepal's Prime Minister is Mr. Pushpa Kumar Dahal, also called Prachanda, and Nepal's capital is Kathmandu. The government of which state has launched Har Ghar Bijli Lagatar scheme? Har Ghar means every house. Bijli means electricity. Lagatar means continuous. So every house will have continuous electricity. This scheme has been launched by the government of which state to provide free electricity connection to about 50 lakh households above the poverty line. 50 lakh households above the poverty line. This has been started by the Chief Minister of Bihar, Mr. Nitish Kumar, who has taken a lot of great initiatives in the past 6 years. Name the unmanned. Unmanned means that no person is required to fly this plane or aircraft. So it is an unmanned combat aerial medium altitude long endurance, also called mail in short vehicle or aircraft that was successfully tested by our Defense Research and Development Organization. What is the name? What is the name that's been given to it? The name which is Rustam the second. So the answer is second, Rustam the second. Barak 8, it is a missile. It is an Indian missile which is made by the help of Israel, India's all-weather friend, Israel. So these things you should know. Smoove. Smoove is a bike company of which country? So Smoove is a bike company of France. And why I'm asking you this question? Because this company was in news recently. And why it was in news recently? Because you know that COP22. What is COP22? Conference of Parties 22. You know that COP21 was in Paris. COP22 was in Marrakech. Marrakech is a place in Morocco. So this company gave away some bikes, 300 bikes, bicycles, because bicycles do not create pollution. So 300 bicycles were given by Smoove, and it was the first voluntary bicycle scheme which was launched in Africa, in any country. That is why this company was in news. And those bicycles had a special name. They were called Medina bikes. They gave the name as Medina bike. In fact, they will ask this question in exam, that what was the name given to the bikes? Medina bikes by Smoove, which is a French company, given to Morocco. Which place in Morocco? Marrakech, where COP22 was held. So lot of questions can be there from this one question. And the next question is also that only. Africa's first fully functioning cycle share scheme was started in which country? To curb urban congestion and boost sustainable transport, and of course to reduce pollution also. It was in Morocco. And these cycles were given by Smoove, French company. Reserve Bank of India has given what deadline for the banks to clean up their balance sheets? Yes. So Reserve Bank of India, and this announcement was made by Mr. N.S. Vishwanathan. If I ask you who is Mr. N.S. Vishwanathan, you should be able to tell me. He is the Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India. First question for you. How many Deputy Governors are there in Reserve Bank of India? That is your first question for today. During the course of the video, I ask 5 to 6 questions so that you don't sleep during the video, and to rub your gray cells a little. So Reserve Bank of India has how many Deputy Governors? That is your first question for today. So N.S. Vishwanathan, who is the Deputy Governor, he announced this, that the deadline for the banks to clean up their balance sheets is the last month of present fiscal, which is March 2017. Which country's airline is the best airline in the world for the fourth consecutive time, fourth year in a row? And this was announced by airlineratings.com in its Airline Excellence Awards. Which country's airline is named the best airline in the world for the fourth consecutive year? It is called Air New Zealand, which is the national airline of New Zealand. Air New Zealand. Every country has its one national airline. Germany has Lufthansa, India has Air India, like that. National Press Day is observed on which day to promote free and fair journalism? National Press Day, when we say national, we mean only India. It is celebrated in only India, not necessarily the same day it is celebrated in other parts of the world also. National Press Day is observed on 16th November every year. So the answer is 16th November, National Press Day. The World Philosophy Day is celebrated on which day every year? Again, a good question. See, World Philosophy Day is celebrated by United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, also called UNESCO. Its headquarters is in Paris. It's a very important organization. UNICEF, UNESCO, Food and Agriculture Organization, World Health Organization, these are all very, very important. UNICEF headquarters is in New York, and the remaining, most of them are in Geneva. So UNESCO is in Paris, and UNESCO is responsible for preserving the cultural heritage and to promote heritage among countries. UNESCO wants the countries to share their philosophical heritage for opening their minds, and for that it celebrates World Philosophy Day on every third Thursday of November. So the answer is third Thursday of November. This is celebrated. So the answer is D, third Thursday of November. One more thing, they can ask the theme also, although for not for this question, they will not ask the theme for this question, but wherever applicable, I'll tell you. Which village that was adopted by our legendary batsman Sachin Tendulkar was recently declared as open defecation free under Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana? Very, very important. Sachin Tendulkar is a Rajya Sabha MP. nominated by Congress. Now, Sachin Tendulkar 2 years back had adopted a village. Okay, the name of that village was Puttam Rajuvari Kandriga. Puttam Rajuvari Kandriga, and when he recently visited this village, there was tremendous improvement in this village. This was under Pradhan Mantri Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, where every parliamentarian was supposed to adopt one village and to promote that village, to develop that village as a ideal village or Adarsh Gram. So Puttam Rajuvari Kandriga was the village that Sachin Tendulkar had adopted. One more thing, one more question they will ask. Which village is Sachin Tendulkar going to adopt within next few weeks? The answer is Golapalli village. Golapalli village is very, very near to Puttam Rajuvari Kandriga. Who launched the World Bank funded mega development rupees 1600 crore Jhelum Tavi flood recovery project? So World Bank headquarter is in Washington, and World Bank's president is Jim Yong Kim. World Bank has given India 1600 crore rupees for what? For Jhelum Tavi flood recovery project. This is a loan which has been sanctioned by the World Bank, allotted by the World Bank for India. Jhelum, you know that Jhelum and Tavi, these are all in Jammu and Kashmir. Last year there was a heavy flood in Jammu and Kashmir, which completely destructed the lives of a lot of people. And this project is a flood recovery project. It was inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir from PDP party, People's Democratic Party, which is Mehbooba Mufti's party. Which state is the first state in India to support demonetization officially by passing a motion in the Legislative Assembly? This state is Chhattisgarh. Demonetization, as you know, has been creating a havoc in the lives of people, although for good or for bad, that only time will tell. But demonetization was announced by the Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi recently. And which state is the first to pass a motion? It is Chhattisgarh. The capital of Chhattisgarh is Naya Raipur, and Chhattisgarh has BJP government, Dr. Raman Singh, who is a long-serving Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. Which country has issued a statement recently regarding its withdrawal from the International Criminal Court? So, good question. See, International Criminal Court, it is biased. That is what these countries feel. It is supporting the developed countries and the European, these advanced nations, but it is biased against African countries, against the Eastern countries like Russia, etc. So Russia and South Africa, they withdrew from the International Criminal Court. So the answer is both A and B. First South Africa withdrew, then Russia withdrew. South Africa capital, they will never ask in exam, because South Africa has not one, not two, but three capitals. Russia has one capital, Moscow. The president is Vladimir Putin. And South Africa's they will not ask the capital, but South Africa's head of state is Jacob Zuma. So both these countries have withdrawn. Which city will host the Great Indian Film and Literature Festival from December 2nd to 4th? See, this is not the International Film Festival. It is just a normal like Indian Film and Literature Festival. It has films also, literature also. It will be organized in my hometown, which is Gurugram. It's Gurgaon only, but Gurugram. Next, government has recently launched revamped toll-free helpline number 1947. What is the toll-free number? 1947. This number, you dial this number, and if you have any grievances, any information you seek regarding what? Passport, Aadhaar, ration card, or KYC. So 1947 number has been launched by the government for providing information regarding Aadhaar. Who has been ranked 36th in the United States magazine Fortune's top 50 business persons list for the year 2016, and he is the only Indian among the three persons of Indian origin in the global rankings. So the top 50 business people in the world for 2016, there is only one Indian. He is the founder and chairman of HDFC Bank. His name is Aditya Puri. And overall, there are three people of Indian origin, but only one Indian is there, Aditya Puri. Which Indian force has inducted a team of women commandos for the first time to counter Naxal insurgency in Jharkhand? So, to fight the Naxals, now women commandos will fight, and first time ever, women commandos were inducted. So we should never be, doubting the caliber, the gallantry, the bravery of women. So women commandos are inducted for the first time in Central Reserve Police Force, which is CRPF. By the way, second question for today, for you, who is Radhika Menon? Who is Radhika Menon? That is your second question for today. And please be honest with yourselves. Don't Google. Don't use search engines. Don't ask your friends. Don't see books. Don't see websites. Just answer if you know. If you don't, then don't. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav. He's been launching a lot of things. Maybe because of elections. Who knows? Anyways, Akhilesh Yadav. He's one of the few chief ministers of any socialist party. So we don't have many socialist parties active in India, but Samajwadi Party is a socialist party based on the socialist principles of Ram Manohar Lohia. So Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav inaugurated the Ghaus Mohammad Stadium in Lucknow. And as I said, Ghaus Mohammad, he was a lawn tennis player. But the other question is this. Akhilesh Yadav also inaugurated the Gomti Riverfront Development Project in Lucknow. Lucknow is located on the bank of Gomati, which is also called the daughter of Rishi Vashishta. Rishi Vashishta was a sage in our Indian tradition and Indian culture. And how much amount has been allocated for developing Gomti Riverfront Development Project? We have seen very successful Narmada Riverfront and these riverfront projects, but for this 1500 crore rupees is allocated. Who has authored her second book, which is called The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad? Yes. So her first book was very interesting book called Mrs. Funny Bones. Do you remember this book, Mrs. Funny Bones? It is written by wife of Akshay Kumar, Twinkle Khanna. Twinkle Khanna is a very famous this interior designer. She has her own identity in Maharashtra. No more can we say she is wife of Akshay Kumar. And she was a very popular actress also. Has done films like Badshah, etc. So who has authored her second book? It is Twinkle Khanna. Her first book was Mrs. Funny Bones, which was published last year, and her latest book is The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad. Where is the 62nd SGFI National School Football Championship being held? So this football championship, which is our National School Football Championship to find our prodigies, this is taking place in Andaman. Where in Andaman? In Port Blair, which is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar both. And Port Blair is in South Andaman. World Toilet Day. When do we observe World Toilet Day? This is more important for countries like India, which have sanitation issues, where we don't follow very strict hygienic procedures. World Toilet Day is celebrated every year, and this will also boost up our Swachh Bharat Clean India drive. It is celebrated every year on 19th of November. And please note, they will also ask what is the theme of World Toilet Day. The theme this year was toilets and jobs. So if we follow proper sanitation, it can impact the livelihoods of millions of people. So this was an apt theme: toilets and jobs. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, he also launched something known as emergency services in Lucknow. So basically, this is a number. What is the official name of Uttar Pradesh Police Emergency Management System? What is Police Emergency Management System? So according to Akhilesh Yadav, according to this Uttar Pradesh Management System emergency service, if you dial the number 100, so if you are in a city, police will reach you within 15 minutes. If you are in a rural area, the police will reach you within 20 minutes. That is what is Uttar Police Emergency Management System. So it is also called UP 100. Which state is hosting 47th International Film Festival of India? So this is the 47th International Film Festival of India. It is being organized in the beautiful Goa, the capital of Goa, Panaji. And where in Panaji? It is organized in Bambolim in Panaji. It is the 47th International Film Festival of India, and you will find lot of questions regarding this festival, and I have covered most of these questions. Now there is a film. There is a film which is called Ogato Nama. This film was recently screened at the Kolkata International Film Festival, which was the 22nd Kolkata International Film Festival in Kolkata. This film is called Ogato Nama, and in English it means the unnamed, the one who has no name. And this is this country's official entry for the Oscars in the Best Foreign Language Film category. Which country am I talking about? Which country is sending its film Ogato Nama as its official entry to the Academy Awards, also called Oscars, Best Film in the Foreign Language Film category? This country is Bangladesh. It is a Bangla film, Ogato Nama. Anirudh Jagnot. Anirudh Jagnot, he is on a visit to India. He recently visited Mumbai. Why did he visit Mumbai? I'll tell you. Firstly, let me tell you the answer. He is the Prime Minister of which country? He is Prime Minister of beautiful Mauritius. My third question for you today: what is the capital of Mauritius? As simple a question as I can ask you. What is the capital of Mauritius? Beautiful country. And Anirudh Jagnot is on a visit to India because he wants Indian films to be shot in Mauritius. Already, a lot of films are being shot, but he has made it very easy now. He has reduced the tax by I think 30 or 40% on the shooting, and also he wants to clean up the dirty beaches of Maharashtra. Maharashtra has one of the dirtiest beaches of India, and Mauritius has one of the most beautiful beaches. So he wants to partner India in cleaning up of beaches of Maharashtra. Who is that United States representative for the second district of Hawaii who addressed the meeting of the World Hindu Economic Forum? So, see, World Hindu Economic Forum, she addressed the meeting. She gave us a beautiful speech. She is US representative for the second district of Hawaii. In fact, some people are saying she might be the Democratic presidential nominee for 2024. She is Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard, very fine person. And Nikki Haley is also very important. Nikki Haley is made the US representative to United Nations by Donald Trump, even though there was a bad blood between Nikki Haley and Donald Trump. So Nikki Haley is the governor of South Carolina, who is made the US representative to the United Nations. Bobby Jindal is also a Republican. Nikki Haley is also a Republican. Bobby Jindal, he was the governor of Louisiana till this year, January, and for 8 years he was the governor of Louisiana. Some were saying that he might be the presidential candidate, but there was a lot of bad blood between him and Donald Trump. And he also called Donald Trump a cannibal. So that was the relation between him and Donald Trump. Carl Penn is a very, very famous Indian American actor, very famous for his lot of films like there was a film called, I think, Kumar and someone go to White Castle. I've seen his lot of movies. I can't recall the names. Carl Penn. So, who is that US representative for the second district of Hawaii? The answer is Tulsi Gabbard. Who has been appointed as the National Security Advisor of the United States by President elect Donald Trump? See, this is interesting. Who is the National Security Advisor? The answer is Michael Flynn. But they can also ask who has been made the chief of the Central Investigative Agency, also called CIA. It is Mike Pompeo. I repeat, who is the National Security Advisor of US? The answer is Michael Flynn, as appointed by the President-elect Donald Trump. But who is the appointed as the Chief of CIA? Mike Pompeo. And this is such a ridiculous appointment because Mike Pompeo, as soon as he was appointed, he gave a press conference. He said the primary, the number one terrorist promoting country in the world is neither Pakistan nor Saudi Arabia. He said it is Iran. So basically, he doesn't know what he's speaking. Anyways, Mike Pompeo, he's also said that Islam is a monster and he has given ridiculous statements in the past. He also said that Islam is not a religion, it is a political ideology. So it'll be interesting to see how Donald Trump can win over the aggrieved Muslims, especially in Middle East. So, and Mike Pence is the vice president. He is the soon to be vice president, also called vice president elect, who has been conferred this year's Sumitra Charat Ram Award for lifetime achievement in the field of Indian classical music. So he is a legendary legend. I have no words for him. He plays flute. He plays flute. In fact, his nephew also plays beautiful flute. His nephew is Rakesh Chaurasia, but he is Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia. He plays flute, and lifetime achievement award was bestowed upon him, Sumitra Charat Ram Award. Which two Indian companies were awarded recently at the third annual Asia Corporate Excellence and Sustainability Awards, also called ACES? So these companies were awarded for different reasons, and I'll tell you what those reasons were. So Tata Consultancy Service was awarded and Vedanta was awarded. So the answer is third. Vedanta was awarded as the top companies to work for in Asia, whereas TCS was awarded for leadership. So different reasons, but same award, ACES. Where will be 17th annual Latin Grammys be held? Latin means Spanish Latin, which is spoken in South America. So lot of singers are there, like Selena Gomez, and I mean lot of singers are there, who sing in Latin. So 17th annual Latin Grammys will be held, or they were held in fact in Nevada. Nevada. An international conference on which disease was recently held in New Delhi, and this conference was organized by Department of Biotechnology and ICAR, which is Indian Council for Agriculture Research. This national conference was on which disease? It was on brucellosis. It's an infectious disease. Brucellosis. Rail Vikas Shivir. Rail is railways. Vikas means development. Shivir means it's like Shivir. Like a camp, you can say. So Rail Vikas Shivir was recently inaugurated by Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi at which place? It was inaugurated at Surajkund. Surajkund. The government has approved the cancellation of Gitanjali Gems Special Economic Zone project in which state? See, Gitanjali Gems is a company. It got a license for building a special economic zone, but it was not able to convert green zone into industrial zone. It failed, and that is why government revoked its license. It cancelled. It approved the cancellation of special economic zone by Gitanjali Gems. Which state did it? Where was this special economic zone supposed to be built? It was supposed to be built in Maharashtra. Maharashtra government approved the cancellation. India has signed a double taxation avoidance agreement with which country? And according to this agreement, now capital gains tax will be levied. Capital gains tax will have to be paid on the sales or sale of shares on investment made after the implementation of GST bill. GST, that is 1st April 2017. GST will be implemented, and after that, if you sell any share, then capital gains tax will have to be paid. This is the agreement between India and Cyprus. Fourth question for you: what is the capital of Cyprus? Which bank has appointed Mr. C. Rajendran as its managing director and chief executive officer? Which bank is this? This was in news recently. This bank is the Catholic Syrian Bank. Doha Bank, it is a bank from Qatar. The capital of Qatar is Doha. Qatar is a rich country from Middle East, and Doha Bank was in news because it opened a branch in Kerala. Sharon Jones passed away recently. She was related to which field? Sharon Jones was a great singer, American singer. So the answer is singing. And they might also ask you what the country. So the country is United States of America. The name is Sharon Jones. Don't confuse it with Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone is a famous actress. United Nations Universal Children's Day celebrated on which day each year to promote international togetherness, awareness, etc. See, basically, Children's Day in India we celebrate on 14th of November. That is the birthday of Jawaharlal Nehru. But in the world, it's not like that. United Nations celebrate Universal Children's Day every year on which day? So it is celebrated on November the 20th, and first time it was celebrated in 1954. It's been continued ever since, and the theme was Stop Violence Against the Children. Stop Violence Against the Children. This is an important theme and it's an important question. When do we celebrate the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims? So those people who have lost their lives in road traffic accident, we remember on this day. We commemorate them on this day, and this is celebrated every year on third Sunday of November. So the answer is third Sunday of November. Very important. And this time the theme was medical care, investigation, justice. So all the people who have suffered, they need medical care. Investigation should be there for the accident and justice should be delivered. That was the theme. That is, vital post-crash actions are medical care, investigation and justice. Pehchan. Pehchan is it means identity in English. Pehchan identity cards were recently distributed by which ministry? They were distributed by Smriti Zubin Irani, and she was previously the HRD minister. Now she is the Minister of Textile. So the answer is Ministry of Textile distributed Pehchan identity cards. Why these cards were distributed? These cards were distributed to all the artisans, the artists in who work in textile industry, and various benefits are associated with these cards. World's first Bollywood themed park, and the name of this park is also Bollywood Parks. That is the name of this park. It is a Bollywood theme park. It is world's first Bollywood theme park. It recently opened in which city? It recently opened in Dubai. Dubai. World's first genetic garden was recently inaugurated. This genetic garden is for salt tolerant plants. The study of plants is called botany. So it's a botanical garden basically. It's a world's first genetic garden of salt tolerant plant. Salt tolerant plants are called halophytes, and you will find these salt tolerant plants near the seas or the oceans because the wind that is there near the oceans has a high concentration of salt. So these plants are not affected by salts. Otherwise, if you put a normal plant into salt water, it will die because of osmosis and reverse osmosis. So this world's first genetic garden is built in Tamil Nadu. And if they ask you that which place in Tamil Nadu, then there is a place called, I don't know how to pronounce it, Vedaranyam, Vedaranyam, Vedaranyam. That is the place in Tamil Nadu where it will be built. Which organization has proposed opening Islamic window? So which organization out of these four, RBI, SIDBI, SEBI or Ministry of Finance, has proposed that a Islamic window should be opened in all the conventional banks, all the usual banks, so that Sharia compliant banking system can be gradually introduced and speeded up in India. And you know that India also has an Islamic bank, which is in Ahmedabad in Gujarat. So Islamic banking, how it is different? In Islam, they say that if you give loan to someone, then you should not charge interest. So in Islamic banking, you can take loan, but interest will not be levied. So that is Islamic banking. And to promote Islamic banking, there should be Islamic window in conventional bank. This has been proposed by the Reserve Bank of India. Who has been honored with Dr. Nagendra Singh International Peace Prize for his efforts in promoting global peace. So he's a very popular god man in India. He is a founder of Art of Living. His name is Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, and Shri Shri Ravi Shankar was instrumental in promoting the peace efforts in the FARC guerrillas also in Colombia. So he was one of the moderators between the FARC guerrillas and the government of Colombia. That also you should know. So Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, in fact, his name was once proposed for Nobel Peace Prize also. So he was recently honored with Dr. Nagendra Singh International Peace Award, who was appointed as the NALSA's new chairman. NALSA. What is NALSA? Very, very popular. If you will be knowing this if you have written exams like CLAT, etc. It is National Legal Services Authority, also called NALSA, who is the new chairman, executive chairman of NALSA. So it is Mr. Jagdish Keher. Jagdish Keher, who is the badminton player who won the China Open Series title 2016, very prestigious tournament. So for the last 3 years, in 2014 it was won by Sana Nehwal. In 2015 Sana Nehwal went till the finals, but she was beaten in the finals. And in 2016 PV Sindhu has won it. So for the past 3 years, at least one Indian player is in the finals. And PV Sindhu, she's been in great form. Her coach is Pulela Gopichand, and PV Sindhu, she also won the silver medal at the recently concluded Olympic Games. Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan. See, this is a name of one person only. Please don't confuse. Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan. He is the foreign minister of which country? He was recently given Mother Teresa International Award by the Harmony Foundation, which is an NGO in Mumbai. Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan. He is Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of United Arab Emirates. The capital of UAE is Abu Dhabi. Now, Olympic marathon champion, his name is Eliud Kipchoge. He won the men's race of Delhi half marathon. So he came to Delhi's half marathon and he won it easily. Easily. His name is Eliud Kipchoge. He belongs to which country? He is from Kenya. The capital of Kenya is Nairobi. It's an African country. And the complementary question, which is the Worknesh Dagefa. She won the women's race of Delhi half marathon. She belongs to which country? The name is Worknesh Dagefa. She is from Ethiopia. The capital of Ethiopia is Addis Ababa. Again, it's a small African country. Who won the gold medal in the men's trap event at the 60th National Shooting Championship, which was organized in Jaipur? This particular fellow, he won this gold medal in the shotgun category in Jaipur National Shooting Championship. Gold medal name is Manavjit Singh Sandhu. Manavjit Singh Sandhu. The United Nations celebrates World Television Day. So television is one of the, still in a lot of countries, television is the main source for information, for broadcasting, and it's a sign of fair and what would they call this? They call this the freedom of speech. Television is a sign of freedom of speech. So United Nations celebrate World Television Day. Which day we celebrate this? This is observed every year across the world on 21st of November. So the answer is 21st November. Now, you know that International Film Festival of India will be held in Goa, in Panjim, in Bambolim. What will be the inaugural film? Which will be the first feature film and non-feature film that will be shown? Which films got the honor of being the first films to be screened at the International Film Festival of India? It is the 47th International Film Festival of India. As always, will be in Goa, in Panjim, in Bambolim. First feature film, it is a Sanskrit film which is called Ishti, and the first non-feature film is Ima Savitri. So Ishti is a Sanskrit film that you should know. We are promoting Sanskrit films also. Now there is a town called Mathur in Karnataka, which is the only village in India to have Sanskrit as the communication language in day-to-day life. What is the name of the next generation US advanced weather satellite successfully launched by NASA? What is the name of the next generation US advanced weather satellite launched by NASA? It is called GOES-R. Now GOES-R has a full form also, which is Geostationary Operational Environment Satellite, also called GOES-R. That is the name which NASA has given to it. NASA is the agency of United States. The headquarters of NASA is in Washington, which is the capital of United States of America. Who was bestowed upon with the Mother Teresa Memorial International Award for Social Justice? Now look, I am not saying Mother Teresa Award by Harmony Foundation. It was given to Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan. I am saying Mother Teresa Memorial International Award for Social Justice. It was given to Faraz Ayaz Hussain, who is from Bangladesh. There is a difference between both the questions. Name the ship that our defense minister commissioned into our navy In Mumbai, it is a guided missile destroyer. So we bought a missile destroyer from Russia also, which is S-400, which will act against the cruise missile and a little bit also against ballistic missile, though not that much. And Now a ship we have commissioned into our navy. This ship is indigenous, that is made in India. It was built at Mazagan Dockyard, again in Mumbai, and this ship is called INS Chennai, which made in India surface to surface missile was successfully test fired from Chandipur in Odisha. So it is a surface to surface missile. This in itself is a question. They might ask that this missile was test fired recently from Chandipur. What type of missile it is? It is a surface to surface missile. The name is Prithvi Second. Prithvi Second. And Barak 8, as I said, it is a missile developed by India with the help of Israel. Barak 8. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, he recently commissioned a 5 megawatt plant. This plant was recently started in West Godavari district in Andhra Pradesh. And where in Godavari district? In the village called Golagudam village. And where in Golagudam village? At this Polavaram Right Canal Bund at Golagudam village in West Godavari district. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu commissioned this 5 megawatt plant. This plant is based on which energy? Solar, nuclear, hydro, or wind? It is a solar power plant. Which is the focus country in the 47th International Film Festival of India? Beautiful question. And I'll tell you why. Focus country means that this country's films will be shown in this festival, in large quantities. So this is South Korea. Please don't get confused between the focus country for India International Trade Fair. Okay, don't get confused, and I'll tell you the answers to that also. See, if you are talking about India International Trade Fair, which is going on in Pragati Maidan in New Delhi, then the answers are different. So, India International Trade Fair, the partner country is South Korea. I repeat, partner country, not the focus country. They are asking focus country for film festival, not for India International Trade Fair. So, India International Trade Fair, the partner country is South Korea. The partner state is Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand. The focus country is Belarus. So, Belarus is focus country not for IFFI but for IITF. That is why I made the effort to tell you this. Which country has launched world's longest super secure quantum communication line? It is 712-kilometer long, and this 712-kilometer long line will connect two important cities of China. So the answer is China. Which are those two cities, by the way? It will connect city called Hefei. Hefei is the capital of Anhui province in China. It will connect Hefei with Shanghai. Shanghai, as you know, is very popular. So Shanghai with Hefei, 712-kilometer long. Which Indian golfer has won the Bank Bri JCB Indonesian Open? Bank Bri JCB Indonesian Open tournament. This is not World Golf Manila Challenge that was won by someone else. This is Bank Bri JCB Indonesian Open. It was won by which famous golfer? It is won by Gaganjit Bhullar. The National Institute of Sowa Rigpa. See, Sowa Rigpa is a traditional system of medicine in Tibet. The capital of Tibet is Lhasa. And Tibet is under the occupation of China for a lot of time now. And Sowa Rigpa is a traditional Tibetan medicine system. It is officially recognized by the Medical Council of India, MCI, and the Government of India. And this system is practiced in a lot of places in India like Sikkim, like Himachal Pradesh. Now a national institute is being built to promote it. National Institute of Sowa Rigpa, which is a traditional system of medicine. It is being built up in Leh. Leh is the second largest district by area in India. The largest district in India is Kutch in Gujarat. Second largest is Leh. Recently, India's longest expressway was inaugurated by Akhilesh Yadav, who is the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh from Samajwadi Party, which is a socialist party. Recently, India's longest expressway, it is a 300-kilometer expressway. It will connect which two cities? And it will shorten the commute, the travel time by 5 to 6 hours. So a great step, it will connect Agra to Lucknow. Agra to Lucknow. Who is Tokyo's first female governor who was in news recently? She was in news recently and she is the Tokyo's first female governor. Her name is Yuriko Koike. And why she was in news recently? She was in news recently because she has set up a 15-member panel to decrease the language barriers between Japan and other countries, and also to have a tax slab, to basically it's a regulatory committee, 15-member committee. So the answer is Yuriko Koike. Which country was elected as vice chair of Kimberley Process Certificate Scheme 2018 and as chair of the same scheme, that is KPCS, that is Kimberley Process Certificate Scheme for 2019. This is India. India will chair this scheme in 2019, but will also vice chair in 2018. Now, Reserve Bank of India has said that see, the people who have current account, they can withdraw 50,000 rupees in 1 week. Okay, that is the for current account holder. But now even people with overdraft and cash credit account can have 50,000 withdrawal. So that's the question, that Reserve Bank of India has relaxed the cash withdrawal norms, and now people can withdraw up to how much amount in a week from overdraft or cash credit account. The answer is 50,000. Earlier only the current account holders could withdraw 50,000 rupees in a week. Telangana government, Telangana capital is Hyderabad, and the chief minister is Chandrasekhar Rao from the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti 3RS party. Telangana government has joined hands with which bank to have cashless transaction? We are proceeding towards a cashless economy, and a lot of committees have been set up for the same. They were set up for the same. So more, like Nachiket More committee, like Deepak Mohanty committee, a lot of committees promoted cashless transaction in India. Even Usha Thorat committee to some extent. So Telangana government has joined hands with which bank to have cashless transaction? It has partnered with IDFC Bank. The headquarter of IDFC Bank is in Mumbai. Who won the 2016 ATP World Tour final to finish this year as world number one? ATP World Tour final, maximum time it has been won by Roger Federer, and Novak Djokovic could have won it 5 times, matching Roger Federer, but he was beaten in the final by Andy Murray. So Djokovic, the ex number one, he is from Serbia. Andy Murray is from Scotland in Britain. Andy Murray is world number one player in world tennis right now. Stan Wawrinka, he's from Switzerland, same country as Roger Federer hails from. Kai Nishikori is Japanese, he's in world top 4. When do we celebrate United Nations International Day for Tolerance? So in India, intolerance is increasing. As per some, India is still a peace-loving, very brotherhoodly nation. So when do we observe United Nations International Day of Tolerance? We celebrate it every year on November the 16th. Rad ul Barq. Rad ul Barq means thunder, and Rad means strike. So it is called Strike of Thunder. Strike of Thunder, it is a name of military exercise. It was carried out by which country? This military exercise is not between two countries, but between the army and air force of this country. This is Pakistan. Pakistan conducted the military exercise Rad ul Barq. And Pakistan also conducts other military exercises like Shaheen Eagle. One is very famous, Shaheen Eagle. And Pakistan's Chief of Army, General Rahil Sharif, he is due to retire very soon. Which sprinter from Haryana was given a 8-year ban by the National Anti-Doping Agency, which is called NADA, because he was taking drugs. He was taking these banned substances like steroids and erythropoietin and all these. He's a sprinter from Haryana. His name is Dharambir Singh. With which country has India opened a trade portal recently to boost mutual trade? Very, very important. In fact, they have opened a website also, which is called Hind-Iran Trade. Hind-Iran-Trade.org. They have launched a portal which is called Hind-Iran Portal. So, as the name suggests, it is Iran. The capital is Tehran. The 2016 World Travel Market has started in which city? 2016 World Travel Market, it will be attended by almost more than 55,000 people to promote travel, tourism, etc. And this travel market has started in London, which is the capital of England. Which of these was declared as world's fastest supercomputer? World's fastest supercomputer, and it can perform 93 quadrillion calculations in 1 second. 93 quadrillion. To be honest, I don't know how much this is. Quadrillion. So this computer name is Sunway Taihu Lite. Sunway Taihu Lite. It is a computer name is Taihu Lite. It is built by a company called Sunway. And you know that the third global cyber conference took place in China in Wuzhen. The government of which state has signed a memorandum of understanding with Microsoft for digital projects? So the government of which state is partnering with Microsoft? Microsoft CEO is Satya Nadella from Hyderabad, and the capital of this state is also Hyderabad. It is Telangana. Who has been awarded the prestigious 2016 Rolex Award? This is a super important question. Who has been awarded the prestigious 2016 Rolex Award for enterprise at the Los Angeles for ameliorating the water scarcity in Western Himalayas by building artificial glacier to restore water? See, have you seen the movie 3 Idiots? In 3 Idiots, the character of Amir Khan was inspired from him. He is a great scientist. His name is Sonam Wangchuk, Dr. Sonam Wangchuk. He decreased the water scarcity in Western Himalayas by making artificial glaciers, and he named them ice stupas. Glaciers are the masses of ice which usually float on the surface of the water, giving rise to various rivers. Which ministry has decided to set up a central regulatory structure? This is for Ayush drugs, and this is a part of Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. Since this is about Ayush drugs, this is the Ministry of Ayush. And Ayush is a separate ministry for Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. These are the traditional system of medicine. And Minister of State for Ayush is Sripad Yesso Nayak. The 2016 Global Citizen India Festival took place in which Indian city? Global Citizen, it is a name of a band and name of an initiative, an organization which basically focuses on the global issues by songs, dance, music, and all these things. World's biggest challenges, and this is regarding the UN Sustainable Goals. But after this festival got over, there were like plastic bottles everywhere. They got a lot of criticism that you are actually focusing on the global issues, whereas the very effect of your concert is this. So, Global Citizen Indian Festival took place at MMRDA grounds in Mumbai. Which Indian company has been named as 2016 Digital Innovator of the Year? And this award was given by General Electric Digital, which is GE Electric. So GE into a lot of things like healthcare and digital and banking and all that. GE Finance. Which Indian company was called the 2016 Digital Innovator of the Year? This company is Tata Consultancy Service, which is the largest by revenue, largest information technology company of India. The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which is the housing scheme by Narendra Modi, deadline is 2022. 1.5 lakh rupee will be given to build up a house in the Grameen area or the rural area. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Grameen means rural. It was launched recently in which city by Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi? It was launched in Agra. And do remember the deadline 2022. Which company's connectivity lab has set a world record of transmitting the data at 20 Gbps for 13.2 kilometers using the millimeter wave technology, also called mmw? Just look at the speed of internet, speed of the data communication, 20 Gbps, and for 13.2 kilometer. This was the speed of the data transmission. Which company's connectivity lab did this? It is Facebook. Facebook, the headquarter is in United States of America, and Facebook CEO, Chief Executive Officer, is Mark Zuckerberg, and the wife of Mark Zuckerberg is Chen Zuckerberg, who is a Chinese gynecologist. And Facebook, the COO is Sheryl Sandberg. This also they are. Chief Operating Officer of Facebook is Sheryl Sandberg, one of the most powerful women in the world today. Which word has been named as the Word of the Year by Oxford Dictionary? 2016 Word of the Year. So, Word of the Year, they usually give this status to a word which is in which the usage of the word has been increased multifolds. So this is post-truth. What is post-truth? When we don't believe facts but our own emotions, public opinion, that is called post-truth. S.K. Sinha passed away recently. He was retired Lieutenant General in the Indian Army, S.K. Sinha, but he was related to which field? He was related to politics because after retirement, he was made the governor of Jammu and Kashmir and Assam. So he was the ex-governor of Jammu, Kashmir and Assam. He recently passed away. What is India's position on Climate Change Performance Index, which is called CCPI 2017? This index was issued by German Watch and Climate Action Network Europe. India's performance increased slightly because we are focusing a lot on nuclear energy, the clean energy, and also on solar energy and wind energy. But our position on this index is 20. When do we celebrate International Men's Day? So this day comes and goes, nobody cares about it. International Men's Day, it is celebrated on 19th November every year. Now my last question for you, which is I think fifth question for today. When do we celebrate International Women's Day? When do we celebrate International Women's Day? That is the question. 19th November is International Men's Day. Igor Dodon, he has been elected as the president of which country? Egon Dodor, he has been elected as the president of a very, very small country, which is an Eastern European country. It is called Moldova. Which state government has launched Chirag? Chirag means lamp in English. It is a mobile app which is to facilitate the submission of complaints of violation of child rights. So if any child right is attacked, we can launch a complaint. It is for grievances redressal, also informative also. This mobile application is called Chirag and it has been launched by the government of Maharashtra. The CM of Maharashtra is Devendra Fadnavis. Now there is a museum which was recently opened. This museum is about the partition of India. It has the recorded experiences of those people who were displaced by the partition. As you know that during the partition, people from here were moving to there, people from that part were moving to India. So this partition museum was built in, is been recently opened in Amritsar, the city which has Golden Temple, the city which has Jallianwala Bagh, etc. Denton Cooley, he was very eminent person. He passed away recently. He was related to which field? So he was probably the world's best known cardiac heart surgeon. So the answer is medicine, and he was the first doctor to do a artificial heart transplant. Great doctor Denton Cooley. World Fisheries Day is celebrated every year on which day? See, fisheries, lot of people, crores of people are employed in fisheries, and the World Fisheries Day is to recognize the efforts of the fishermen and to focus on the issues related to fisheries. It is celebrated every year on 21st of November. International Students Day is observed on which date every year? Teachers Day is on 5th of September. Okay, in India, but in the world it is on 5th of October. Do remember that. National Teacher Day 5th September. World Teacher Day 5th October. When is the Students Day? So Students Day is every year on 17th of November. What is the name of a TV channel that Doordarshan is planning to launch in Northeast India? So Northeast India is made of 7 states. These are also called seven sisters, like Meghalaya, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, these states. Northeast state. Doordarshan is planning to reach out to these states. Which TV channel it is launching for Northeast India? The name of the TV channel is DD Arun Prabha. Which city has topped the world's best city brands list as per the Resonance Consultancy's 2017 Global Place Equity Index? So which is the world's best city as a brand? It is London. Every year it is the same, London. There is a 10-day Sangai festival. It is being celebrated in which state? And this festival is very popular in this state, and it was inaugurated by a person no less than the Chief Minister of this state. The Chief Minister of this state is Okram Ibobi Singh. So we are talking about Manipur. And the theme was Destination Manipur. Which company organized an exhibition called Women in India Unheard Stories? Women in India Unheard Stories. And this is regarding the history of Indian women in the past 2500 years. This effort was done by Google. Google's founders were Sergey Brin and Larry Page, and it's again a company from United States of America. What is this super Earth planet? What is the name of the super Earth planet? This planet is 5 times the size of Earth, 5.4 times the size of Earth. It was discovered by scientists from these two universities, IAC and ULL. What is the name they have given to this super Earth planet? The name is GJ536b. Now, the unfortunate incident happened. The Indore-Patna express train, it derailed and 133 people were killed. The number could have been higher, I guess. So Indore-Patna, it derailed, which means that the train, it left its original position on the track, and as a result, a lot of people were killed and many more were, disabled. So where did the derailment took place? It took place in Kanpur Dehat, place 100 km from Kanpur, called Pokhara. Bombay Stock Exchange has opened its new regional investor service center in which city? See, Bombay Stock Exchange, it is the oldest stock exchange of not only India but Asia. And Bombay Stock Exchange, even though National Stock Exchange has gained popularity and is the number one right now in terms of money, revenue, but Bombay Stock Exchange is still very relevant. It is only next to National Stock Exchange. So Bombay Stock Exchange has opened its new regional investor service center in capital of Himachal Pradesh, Shimla. Himachal Pradesh has Congress government. Chief Minister is Veerbhadra Singh. Umaro Sissoko Embalo, he has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of which country? Very small country. Most of you would not have even heard the name. It is called Guinea-Bissau. Which state government has launched a voluntary disclosure scheme for declaring defective meter? See, if you have a defective electric meter, you can go and say to the government and no action will be taken against you. It's a voluntary disclosure scheme. So this state government is Haryana, which is a BJP government. Manohar Lal Khattar is the Chief Minister. Who has become the first bowler in the world in the history of cricket to take 50 wickets in 2 consecutive years? So he took 50 wickets in 2015, he took 50 wickets in 2016. It has not happened in the history of cricket. He is Ravichandran Ashwin from India. Which bank celebrated its 98th Foundation Day recently? 98th Foundation Day, which bank celebrated it? So it was celebrated by the Union Bank of India, and on this occasion, they also launched a new loan scheme for entrepreneurs. Qaumi Ekta Week, which means National Integration Week, is observed every year across India from which day to which day. Qaumi Ekta, we know that we are a plural society, we are not a Hindu society, and there should be love and affection and brotherhood between the various religions in India. To promote that, we celebrate National Integration Week or Qaumi Ekta Week from 19th November to 25th November every year. Jallikattu. Jallikattu is a famous sport in which state? It is banned by Supreme Court. That is why it was in news. Human rights groups, they showed that it is a bull taming festival. Bull taming festival which is celebrated in Tamil Nadu, and a lot of human rights groups like PETA and others, they showed that there were a lot of torture which was committed on the bulls, etc. And Supreme Court took cognizance of that, and first it was banned by the High Court, then it was banned by the Supreme Court. Now no more Jallikattu. Which NASA astronaut recently became the oldest woman to travel in space? She is 56 years old and she is traveling in space. She is a NASA astronaut. Her name is Peggy Whitson. Peggy Whitson. Now there is a new app which is called PhotoScan, and this app will scan your old photographs. So this is a app, beautiful app, launched by which company? It is launched by Google. Which thermal power plant was recently shut down? It is a 45-year-old plant, and any plant which is more than 40 years should be shut down because it has old and outdated technique. This is the Ennore thermal power plant which has been shut down forever. Debbie Hockley. Debbie Hockley is the president of a cricket association of which country? And she is the first female to hold that position in the history of this country's cricket. Debbie Hockley has been elected as the president of which country's cricket board? It is New Zealand. And India's cricket board is BCCI, and I don't think India has ever had a female who has become the president of BCCI. What is the name of a 13-year-old boy? And he's an Indian. So do check that out. This prodigy, he might as well win medal in coming Olympics. What is the name of the 13-year-old boy who made a world record? What world record? He covered 9 kilometers in 3 hours swimming. His name is Mritul. Mritul from India. So these were the absolute best 120 questions from this week. If you can do this video in 1 hour, you don't need any other book, you don't need any other resource. Especially if you are preparing for any government exam. If you are preparing for any higher exam like UPSC, you need more analytical data that you will find in our other videos. We give very issue-based, elaborate videos on almost every topic. So if you want us to support, please just share the video. We don't want any money. We don't look for any donation. Just share the video. That's all we want. Thank you very much.